All right, y'all, back at it again with the live streams. Today, what are we doing today? We are hacking webcams today. Should be pretty fun. And as always, I know a lot of people aren't on the Discord, so let's go on Discord and let the people know that we're streaming. We can see good old Keanu Reeves in here. God bless your heart. God bless her. If you guys aren't part of the Discord server, join. It is linked in the description. As always, I can actually real quick go on Firefox. Let's go on my YouTube channel. If we refresh, it should be here. God willing, God hopefully. Let me also make sure that the audio is working, and that I'm not just talking here, because that would be okay. It is working. Great. So let's copy this. Copy link. Discord at everyone. Live on YT. We hacking webcams. That's what we do. Eyes. Is there a camera thing? Camera. There you go. Yes. Send the world. Cool. Now the world is updated. Cool. So yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. What are we doing today? We're hacking webcams today. That's what we're doing. Let me turn this down. Yeah, so I guess we don't need Discord anymore. So see ya, Discord, chum. We'll get into everything that we're doing today in a second. Cool. Yeah, what are we doing? Let me make sure that is good. All right, perfect. We are ready for the stream. Awesome. So you'll see here, we have this little Google Meet of a laptop I have. Actually, you guys see the right here, literally right here, is a laptop. I think it's touchscreen. Yeah, it is touchscreen. So there's a laptop right here. This is an actual Windows computer, as opposed to our Windows virtual machine. Why are we using this? Because I can't connect my webcam to the virtual machine, because first of all, I'm streaming, but second of all, I'm streaming, and third of all, I'm having issues with it. But I saw something about it. I was like, you know what? It's not even a point. I have a Windows computer. I would just show you guys the Windows computer. We don't need to see everything with the Windows computer. I don't even think I'm going to install the RAT on this Windows computer. But we're simply going to use it as a testing mechanism to test our abilities to capture webcams. Cool. So I was traversing the internet, and I came across some C++ code, and it takes a picture with the webcam. That's about it. That's all it does. Now I am no C++ god, but I know enough to the point where, hey, we can take this and get the executable format, which they already did for us. They made the executable format for us. How blessed of them. How nice of them to think of us like that. So this means that if you guys go on the sorry for the flashbang, if you guys go on to hold up, I can't remember this. OnlyRat. If you guys go on OnlyRat and go onto the payload section, there's a webcam.exe file, and that is basically a modified version of the code you saw previously. So we're going to use this webcam.exe file to take a picture. So how does this webcam.exe file work? I'm glad you didn't ask. Can I make this screen any bigger than it is? Oh, so that gets smaller. That's interesting. Oh, so if I zoom out, that gets bigger. There you go. That's about as big as I can make it. I could go like the F11 maybe. There you go. All right, that's about as big as I'm going to be able to get it, so that way you guys can see. But hey, I'm on my Windows laptop over here, and you guys can see that, hey, the webcam.exe file is there. If we click on it, there you go. It does this little thing. and we have an image dot bitmap file. If we go, you see my dumb face looking at it just now. I can prove that, you know, it's actually working. We'll do a little peace sign. Cool. And if we look at the bitmap file, it's me with the peace sign. Cool. So it works. It's a working solution for now. We can obviously modify this in the future, but we need something that works, you know. I don't like the little pop-up thing. I mean, but you can run it through PowerShell, right? So if I do, whoa, sir, PowerShell. So, right, if we do a /webcam, it does it on the PowerShell window, which means we can hide it. Cool. And if we go ahead and check this out, we see we have a image.bitmap file. Cool. So something we need to take into precaution, right, is that it's an executable file, so Windows isn't necessarily going to like it immediately. So what we kind of have to do, right, if I go, ooh, sorry for that recursiveness. Yeah, so if we go on like only rat, right, and then we go onto our payloads, right, and get the payload. I know the view of the laptop is going to be like a little delayed by like 1 second or so, simply because it's on like a call thing or whatever. But yeah, if we go on the webcam.exe and download this jump and save this jump, right, we'll have the webcam. So when we run it, it's going to come up with this pop-up window, and it's going to be like, hey, we can't verify the publisher of the software. So we need to make sure the infinite video loop, exactly. So what we can do is do a Alt W, and that Alt W uncheck marks this always, or this ask before opening this file. So that way we can disable this, right? So there you go. Alt W is the first thing we need to do. And actually we can take note of that on our Linux computer if I do a Alt N. Actually, you know what? Let me, oh yeah, so let's get out of this full screen. And what we'll do is, we actually don't need that target computer yet. What we do need is this, right? So we need to make a Visual Basic script file to confirm the webcam. What are we going to call it? God knows. So confirm registry, can we just do confirm cam, right? Control S. We'll do confirm tacam.vbs, Visual Basic Script, and put it in our payloads directory. Right, save. There you go, confirm cam. So the things we need to do, right, is an Alt W to basically disable pop-up. Right, there you go. So that's what we need to do first of all. Second of all, if we go back onto our web browser, right, I'll go back to F11 so you guys can see a little bit better. I'll move my mouse over there or something. So Alt W will do that for us. I'm gonna keep that enabled so that way we know that's fine. So now what we need to do is run it. So if we do an Alt R, it will run it. Cool. So the Alt R is what's going to run it, right? So we can do our Alt R to run the executable. All right, so we're definitely going to have those notes up there. But once we do this, we only need to do it once. Well, actually, we're only going to run this file once, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. Cool. So that should be good. And obviously that's not going to work, right? These are just comments. But this should be enough for us to remember, right? So let's actually create, because we also need to make a PowerShell file that's also going to run and install the keylogger and such, or this thing. So because what we need to do is we need to either have it take the I need to remember this, guys. I'm so sorry. We need to either have it but guys, my brain is freezing. I can't remember anything I've been trying to say. We're going to, you know what, forget it. We're just going to jump into this and then hope that I remember at some point throughout the stream of what I was trying to say. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do this, right? So first thing we need to do is set a WS variable equal to our create object and then our wscript.shell, right? wscript.shell. Did I do that properly? I can literally just open up my code I did when we first started this project. Oh, look at that. Perfect replica. Awesome. So we can do a wscript.sleep. So what I'm thinking is, right, we can download the keylogger with the installation process. I mean, the webcam capture with the installation process, but it won't activate it. We'll just have the script there. So that way, when we are trying to take screenshots or anything, it will work, if that makes sense. Cool. Let me see if we can get the rest of this done. Yeah. So we need to do wscript.sleep, and we'll sleep for about 1 second, right? And then we can send keys. And then the keys we are going to want to send is alt, which is the %sign, and then W, right? So that will disable that pop-up. And then what we're going to do from there is actually, we don't need to sleep, right? Because we can just do the next send keys. So wscript.send keys, and then we can do our next set of keys, which is going to be a alt R to run. Cool. So we can delete this, and that should be it for the confirm cam.visual-basic script. So now that we have that file there, we can actually just like move that up to the GitHub. So we can do webcam confirm. Cool. So that is now in the GitHub. Cool. So now we can remotely access it off the web or download it off the web if we need to. Cool. So what's next? What we need to do is right now we're doing the webcam capture. Yeah. Cool. How do we want to do this? Because now we can take pictures of the webcam. We have two options. All right, so we can install it onto their computer, right? And how do we I'm trying to figure out like the best method we can send this like screen capture, right? So obviously we can just take a picture of the screen capture. I mean, I keep saying screen capture, I'm sorry, the webcam. So we have the screenshots thing here. I think under the screenshots we should have our I guess we're gonna have to reorganize all of these in this eventually. For right now, we'll just have it let's just keep going down the line of numbers for right now. We'll obviously reorganize all of this and make it look pretty, and but for right now we just need the functionality. So that's what we'll focus on for right now. Again, we'll clean this up and stuff, but for right now, we can do web cam capture. So technically, with the webcam capture, we can do it one of two ways. Actually, let's just have it work the same way as yeah, we can have it, and then yeah, okay, we'll have it work the same way as the install screenshots, so you can run it and get the screenshots off of the computer. We also need a way to disable all these things. So yeah, so we need a way to disable the keylogger and disable the screenshot capture. But we'll focus on that later. Cool. What's next? What's next? Install webcam capture, right? So install webcam capture. And then we can do an option 9. And this is what's actually going to grab webcam pictures. Is that the right term? Webcam pictures? All right. I'll just do that for now. We can fix that later. So down here, we can have our option 8, right? So this is install webcam option, right? So we can do if or else if the option is equal to the 8th option that they chose. Then we can just do install webcam. Cool. And then elif, and then they do option is equal to option 9. Then we can just do a grab webcam function. Cool. So install webcam and grab webcam. So this grabs screenshots. Perfect. So we can do it right here. This is like a good section we can do it in. So under here we'll do install webcam. So we can do def install webcam, right? And then all we need to do is a remote upload. I guess because we already have it in our directory, we don't actually need to wget it off of the internet. And then we just need to go to their working directory. So we need the address. Well, I guess technically, if we're just doing a remote upload, we can just do the remote upload as the install process, right? All right, custom download, screenshot option. So install screen capture, what is this doing? Okay, so it's downloading it off the internet. Oh, and then, oh yeah, don't we have to add the thing to the... Yeah, so we're going to actually just copy this whole thing. We're just going to copy that entire thing and just repeat our process that we did there in here. Cool. So, cool. So, we'll say installing webcam capture. There you go. I missed the very beginning of this. Cosmo, what malware framework are you using for this custom? Yeah, so the entire thing I built. I built this entire thing from scratch. It is pretty cool. Right now, I can show you some of the functionality right quick. X, right? So if I do our only rat, so only rat is the name of it, and then it uses a configuration file that the malware will send back to us. Basically, the configuration file holds all the information on it, right? So it gives us their the IP address, our admin account password, their temp directory, their startup directory, and then their username. So that's what we get from that configuration file. But right now, this is the stuff that we can do on it, right? We can have a remote console. We can install a keylogger and grab those keylogs. We can install a screen capture, so we can basically get like screenshots. We can also remotely upload files to the target and download files off of the target. And we can also restart their target PC. So that way, anything in the startup directory can run. I'm catching up on your videos. We'll have to soon check this out. Appreciate it. Yeah, right now, I think the target is online. So if I do 0, yeah. So right now, if I do PowerShell, we're remotely connected to our target computer. And this is our target computer right here. I can actually show you, right? This is our downloads directory right there. Just to show you how this actually works. If I go onto my terminal, right, we can cd out of here and into the main user downloads. And if I list, you'll see command cam.exe. And in here is a command cam.exe. even further, we can actually do like an echo. We'll just do hello, and we'll save it as a hi.txt. And now if we go on our target computer, you'll see that hi.txt file is right there, and it says hello. So we can basically we have remote access as an administrator to our target computer. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So right now we're adding our next feature, which is going to be taking pictures through the webcam. I actually think I have example screenshots if you're curious. Yeah, so we took screenshots of the computer. So it take like a screenshot every minute, and you can see. I only had File Explorer open, but you can see it was taking screenshots at like different times. You can see the time and date in the bottom right. But yeah, pretty cool. So let's get this webcam installed. So right now this is install screen capture. We need to call this install webcam. Is that a function I made earlier? It is, yeah. So we're going to delete this. And then go down here. So installing webcam capture, we're installing webcam, and we're basically downloading from our payloads file. We need to download our webcam.exe. Webcam.exe. And then we need to output it to our working directory as a randomly generated text. So let's go into Control Shift. I can do Alt and then Control Shift O, Control Shift X. I CD out of here into PowerShell, and then PowerShell, the only file in here. There you go. So we have a file that just gives us random text for, the sake of obfuscation. So we will call this magical file, or this magical exe, uivkpicure.exe. Cool. So it saves that to our output file, right? And then it will execute that exe. Cool. And then, oh yeah, so we add that to our CMD file. Awesome. Cool. What's next? So we have the commands. Cool. Let me put this water down before I spill it all over my keyboard. We need to do the install. Nope, not screen capture. We need to install the webcam. There you go. So install webcam, and then we can add it to our startup through this process. And that should work perfectly fine. Right, so that should install the webcam onto our target computer. So what we'll do is, because we need to push this to, do we need to push this to the GitHub? No, we don't actually. We just need to partition it on our end. So for right now, I'm gonna just put these broken tags here in case if we do need to push it up to the GitHub. We're not letting you guys know that, hey, this shit is broken. But yeah, so Control Shift X out of here. We can exit this, exit, and then quit. There you go. So if we do sh partition and then run our only rat, there you go. You can see we have the latest version. Cool. So what we need to do is test out option 8. So it's going to say installing webcam capture, and then screen capture installed, restart your target computer to execute. So let's confirm that this did get installed, right? So if we check our CMD file, we can see it is running our executable file. Perfect. So if we also check, right, if we go down and look in our downloads directory, there is the executable file right here. Cool. So the next thing it needs to do is download our Visual Basic script file alongside it, so that way we can run it to bypass any of those pop-up windows. Cool. So let's do that. We need to go down here, and so that installs the webcam. We need to install our confirmation. There you go. And that will be equal, whoops, to this double quote. Cool. How exactly do we want to do this? We can just do the F string. I guess we can kind of just copy all of this that we did earlier, paste into here. Cool. All right, so instead of this.exe, what it's going to end up being is a what was it called? Confirm tacam. So confirm tacam dot Visual Basic Script, and we're basically going to need to replace that Visual Basic Script file with a obfuscated name, right? So payloads. Yeah, so instead of webcam.exe, it's going to be confirm tacam, and then this is going to be .vbs. So what we actually need to change is this name, and then we need to Control-Shift-D this, and then we can do install confirmation. There you go. Cool. So to make sure this is working, we do confirm cam. Oh yeah, so we need to also add another thing to the startup, right? So we can do Control-Shift-D. So instead of adding to startup, right? So add, what are we adding to start? So add webcam startup, or we can just do webcam startup. I don't want the, and then this will be, oh, interesting, right? Because it will probably try to run, yeah, okay. Let's think this out. Okay. What is the best way to install this executable file? I guess what we could do is have it be part of the installer, right? And we'll download that executable file to the computer. And what we'll do is run that Visual Basic Script as a method to confirm it, just so that way we have it in there. And yeah, we'll do that. So, oh my god, I hate this obfuscated code. Where do we run both of those files? Yeah, so this whole thing right here. Yeah, alright, so we're basically going to have to do this whole thing. But with the exe, yeah, okay, so Control-Shift-D, yeah, oh my god. This is going to be a headache to read. Let's do new line here, and I'll basically kind of just isolate this for a second so we know what we're working with. So we need to know the name of our executable file. Did we choose a name for it in this section that we were working on? Webcam startup. So yeah, this name that we have right here, .exe, is the name that we're going to choose. We might not do this way, because if we already have it installed, we may not actually have to worry about it. So our stage 2, we're basically going to replace this. So we're going to basically delete this and run that. There you go. Now this should not be anywhere else in this file, I believe. Yeah, perfect. So instead of .registry, we're downloading .exe, right? And then this is going to be our webcam.exe, and output it as this obfuscated name.exe. Perfect. It doesn't matter what the, yeah, we can keep this Visual Basic Script file, but instead of confirm registry, we're going to do confirm cam. What we also need to do is get a new generated text to have a new variable name. So we'll go over here, run this. Reading obfuscated code has me rolling PTSD to minimize JavaScript. Man, dude. Yeah, I kind of obfuscated this. I want to say early, but I kind of needed to. But now it's kind of like all the features we add on are going to be like. But the thing that's so weird about maldev is like you're kind of like just adding it with the obfuscation, I guess. Um, yeah, so we need to change this variable name. Change it to this, and then change this one, and change this one. Cool, that should work. Yeah, awesome. So this .registry file actually is just going to be our, my bad, wrong button. Need to watch the stream deck. It's not actually stream deck. It's the side, the customizable buttons on the keyboard. Anyways, not important. What's important is I disable that so I don't accidentally, say that I'm being right back when I'm actually just, programming. My bad. Uh, yeah. So we have our thingy-majig here, our other thingy-majig here, and that gets the cam. So this, we can delete that, and this is actually just going to be alright. So we'll invoke this, not that registry, just that, and then invoke that. Awesome. There you go. The reason why we have like this is so we can remember the name of the executable. So when we are remotely running it, we can remember the name. But we might change that because we might be able to keep the name randomly randomized. Makes no sense. So in order to run the executable file, right? Yeah, we need a PowerShell script for the webcam. This is like annoying to the third degree. I hate development. I might just quit. I might just quit already. We just started and I might just quit. So I guess this should work in theory. I mean, there's nothing to say that it's not going to work, right? It's going to run that. Wait 1 second. And then our confirm cam will run it. And we should not have to worry about it again. Awesome. So in our main.py, we don't have to worry about this anymore, which is awesome, which is absolutely fantastic. We can just delete that. So this is now the webcam option. So webcam option. So if we do want to use the webcam, it's going to be option 8 here. And what we can do is actually just, so webcam capture, right? So I guess we need to be able to, oh no, that's not right. Because just because we have the malware there does not mean it's just going to run Cosmo. What are you thinking? Ugh. My gosh. So the good news is we don't have to do as much work though. So we don't need to remotely install it. And we don't need to try to like confirm it through Python or anything like that. So the webcam startup is equal to, yeah, so this is what we do need to do is add it to the startup. This is the exact same piece of code, right? No. What's different about this code and that code? PowerShell.exe, this thing.exe. Are these not the same pieces of code? PowerShell environment template.exe. Alright, anyways, alright, I'll just have to trust my gut on this, at the startup one. Cool. So it gets the target username and we're adding it to our startup. Echo PowerShell, start process, PowerShell.exe, Windows.hidden environment temp. This thing is the name of our executable file. And then that. Cool. So this will actually install the webcam capture to the startup directory so we can run it. And then the only thing we actually need to run is this remote command function down here. And then it'll say webcam capture, webcam capture installed. Restart target computer to execute. Awesome. So what's next? We need our option 9, right? So this is actually what's going to grab the key logs, right? Grab key logs. So it will be executed on the next computer startup, which is good. So now what we need to do is, oh, so if it runs that exe file, yeah, so we do need to make a like a PowerShell file. We'll just call this webcam.powershell. We'll keep it simple. Webcam.ps1. Cool. So how are we going to do this? I'm getting tired of writing PowerShell. What it basically needs to do is go to the environment temp this thing, and basically, right, we basically just need to run that every minute, right? So if we go to our keylogger that we built a while back, at the end we have what? Oh no, our screenshot.ps1. Yeah. So this function right here, very beautiful, very glorious. All it does is nothing. Cool. So we're basically going to replace this, that. So we're going to do an infinite loop, right? And every 60 seconds, we're going to run the executable file. Now, in that time, right, it's going to create a image.bitmap, right? So we need to rerun that. If we do that, why is it saying unknown token? If I ran that, it would run it, right? Yeah, it would be fine. Like if I copy this line right here, and if we go into like PowerShell, all right, Windows key up, Control L. All right, anyways, clear. Oh, PowerShell. There you go. Anyways, so if we did this, you must provide, oh, it's the, if we did the $ environment temp, it's using backslashes. Ugh. Freaking Windows and their backslashes, man. I'm telling you. There you go. So if we use the backslash, it will hopefully run better. We can try this again. Unexpected token. Can we just do like /? Okay, why is it not recognizing? Do we have that executable file in there? Yeah, the UA whatever. Yeah, so we have the file on there. Should we just set our location to environment temp and then run it? Maybe that's what we need to do. So set location to $ environment temp, and then we can literally just whoops / our executable file every 60 seconds. Yeah. So if we copy this, so every 60 seconds is going to run that. Yeah. So there you go. That's how we do it. So now what we need to do is rename All right, actually, well, we need to create a directory in our PowerShell. So our PowerShell, we need to create a directory. We can do a randomly generated text name for the directory, obviously, because got to stay keep the obfuscation going. So we'll copy this, go to this thing, and we'll literally just make directory. Whoa, make nope. There you go. Make directory. That. So this is our directory to store all of our webcam images, and it's basically going to make directory. Oh yeah, so we'll just do it how we did it last time, right? So $path will be equal to $environment temp, and then at the top I think we just did a / that. Yeah. So we did / wait, that works. I guess it works. That's what we're doing. All right. I guess Windows just doesn't like me. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, so we can just paste that in there. And then what we can do is just make that directory. So we can make directory of that path. Oh, yeah, we're actually going to have to change this path variable, right? Because it's not obfuscated. So instead, we're just going to have to obfuscate it. Yep. Super fun. I promise my code is readable. Don't worry. There you go. So now we can make directory of that, and then we can set our location to that. There you go. There you go. So we're making this directory, and we're setting a location to there, and then what we're doing is, while true, we're running this exe. So I guess it's like / exe, right? Because it's in the previous directory. You know what? I don't trust that. So what we're going to do is / oh no. / You know what? Let's just hope it's right. We're just gonna hope. Windows doesn't like anyone. It's all good. Yeah. Bro. I swear. Hold up. Windows is definitely not going to like me once we finish all this malware. I mean, technically it's done. I mean, you guys can use it. We're just adding features at this point. Cool. So we go into that previous directory, which would be the temp directory, run the executable, and call it a day. Right? It'll sleep every 30 seconds. Cool. So what it needs to do from there is move. Okay. Let's set locate. Oh, before we set location. Oh, set location. Isn't it like move item or something? Move item .. Okay, I don't trust that. So let's move $ environment temp / this to our $h whatever. That's how it works, right? Like if I go on like stage 2, when we move, do we move any items? Tag path, and then okay, can we just pray that it's working? Is that an option? So tag path and then tag destination, right? You know, let's, for the sake of whatever, tag path, and then tag the final destination. Awesome. So it saves it to that directory, and now what we can do is just run this as normal without a care in the world. And then we're going to have a image.bitmap. So what we need to do is copy our old code again. And we're basically just going to, okay, we have this, while path, test path, that save. Okay, I see. can we just have like our iterable variable be 0, and then we'll just save it as, okay, yeah, okay. So we need a new variable that's obfuscated. So I'm digging this x variable. Yes. So we'll do $this is equal to 0. Yep, that's it. So what we'll do at the end is, before we start sleep, is we'll $that plus plus, and what we'll do is, after running this, is we'll do a move item, and then we'll take the path of our image dot bitmap, and then destination will be a random text name. Let's again, there you go. What's the name for our image is going to be? This. I love this. So it's going to be saved as this string, but we need to do the little fancy thing that we did. Yeah, have the variables in there. So if we do $, and then in these little curly braces, we can do our number. There you go. Dot bitmap. And I think that's all we need to do, right? So what we're doing is creating our path that leads to our, folder that's going to have all of our malware and stuff, or all the images or screenshots or whatever. Then what we're doing is making a directory. Cool. I think running this in a PowerShell is like more ideal, but technically we are running it in a PowerShell. So it should be fine. It should be fine. I promise you it'll be fine. And then every minute it will repeat this process. All right. In theory, that should work, God willing. Hopefully God still loves me. And so with this section, it gets the exe, it does the whole little thingy majig. Awesome. So hopefully that's good too. Yeah, okay. And then the webcam should be good. So our main.py, right? When we're installing the webcam, what we're doing is remotely downloading. Okay, let's just delete this whole thing. Actually, we can delete the middle section, because we need to replace this middle section with this middle section, the one that actually works, the one that's formatted properly. There you go. So instead of install screen capture, what we're going to do is install webcam. So we can do our install webcam. Cool. I think that should be good, right? All we need to do is change this screenshot.ps1 file to a little webcam.ps1 PlayStation 1. And then we need to get this exe file. Wait a second. Oh, we need to make a new I hate freak obfuscation. All my homies hate obfuscation. Bro, this is annoying. Alright, so save this variable as Lisp. And then we'll take our Lisp and put it. Cool. So that should install the webcam into the working directory and then add it to our startup capabilities. Romalis, don't get me, bro. What's good, bro? How you doing, man? What are you doing on my stream for? So that should be it, I think, when it comes to like remotely accessing their webcam. Um, is there anything else we need to add for this jump? I think that should be it. All right, let's push this up to GitHub. We'll just say test because it might not work. I put testy, but you know what? It's fine. Chilling. That's cool. That's cool. We're currently making malware that can take pictures of people through their webcams. Yeah. So let's go ahead. We're going to need to go on our this thing. So I guess what we need to do is like install this on the actual Windows computer. Because we need to, get this to work. So what we can do is go on OnlyRat. Installers, SMTP installer. Can we just like download this? Alright, no, we're just going to copy. Cool. And close this. Oh, the infinite webcam. So we can make a new file here. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. New text document. Control A, we'll do SMTP tech installer, and then we need to rename this as a command line file. Yes, I want to rename it. Cool. So if we open this up and just hit edit, we can paste this in, right? The only thing we need to do is add our Gmail credentials in here and here, right? This is only one of the few installers we have, but I can't show you guys this part, so just look at the GitHub while I type it in here. Actually, you guys are probably going to look at like my webcam or something. Holy mackerel, you guys are annoying. Let's turn the screen. So let me add these creds into here. For the record, this is a testing email, so if you guys do compromise this, I don't care. But it would be funny if you guys did. So yeah, we can get rid of this last line. And then save it. Close. Cool. Alright, now I can move this back. Ooh. The battery is disconnected, so if my laptop over here does get unplugged, that's kind of it. Cool. So you guys can actually look at this thing now and see. Hey, it's chilling there. This might be like, screaming at the AV. Oh no, is it going to bypass it? Did we? Okay, so I guess it is, bypassing antivirus. Look at that. So yeah, we got our blue C.rat. So this is my actual Windows computer that we have remote access to now, not my virtual machine. Gonna have to find a way to like disable the SSH part. I don't want that. But yeah, that's there. If we want, we can see. I don't know if the registries are going to pop up or not. So, oh wait, a couple more seconds in case if it does any other fancy stuff on here. The file does self-delete, but I turned that off. Pretzels and streaming. Alright, appreciate the vibe right now. Just watching me struggle to code and shit. Unless if I missed it, like I may have not been looking. Oh, okay, no. There you go. There goes the registries. So it should do another one, which is to take a picture through the webcam. How long have we been streaming? 54 minutes. Wow. So that could have meant there might be an error in the code. I wouldn't doubt it. Um, but I am going to download this bluec.rat file that is sent to us via email, right? So we can actually use this on our other target, right? So let's move all the things in our downloads out of there, right? And if we use the only rat on our bluec.rat, there you go, right? So if we check the configuration file, it's a different computer, right? We're using my Windows computer. Is that my actual IP address? Oh my god, hold up. I have no idea if that was or not. If it was, I mean, you know, not much I can do about it now. So, but yeah, we do have remote access. So I feel like I should check that before I keep streaming. All right, yeah, I'm gonna check that real quick. I mean, you know, there's not much I can do about it, but like, because I'm gonna keep streaming, you know. Will I regret that? Maybe, but you know. Oh, okay, no, it wasn't. Thank the Lord. Anyways, I was so disoriented by that. Like, all right. Anyways, what are we trying to do? What we need to do is only rat our bluec.rat. Cool. So now what we need to do is actually try to install the webcam, right? So if we do option 8, is that going to work? Take your time. Do we not have like SSH to it? Okay. What we can try doing is looking at the configuration, right? And if we go use this, we can try quit and then SSH pass tag P, SSH, and then only rat at 192.168.1.99. Wait, what's the IP address of our computer? Or are these on different networks? That could be. That's probably what it is. They're probably on different networks. 254.83.199, 254.83.199. Yeah, so it's on a different network. Can we change the network that this computer is on? Interesting. We probably can. Do I have like Ethernet cords lying around? Um, let me think this out, y'all. I probably should have like planned this better, if you know what I mean. I think I do. I'm gonna just look through the kits. There you go. You guys can look at me for a second. So having a look at the boring old screen. Cool. Yeah, we do have Ethernet cordage. It's starting to get like really hot in my room. I'm gonna take my hoodie off a little bit. There you go. Super cool Ethernet cord I got from Hack 5. Definitely check it out. Cool. This is literally like the most uncomfortable stream I've done. All right, cool. So the first thing we need to do is actually let you guys see what I'm doing. So if we go over here, I'll do like F11. All right, this is going to be really weird, right? So what we need to do is close this. We can move this window here. We need to do two other File Explorer windows, right? And then this can go up here, and then perfect. Cool. So what we're going to go here is we need to go to our C directory. So OS, users, blue C, app data, roaming. We're going all the way to the startup. That's not the right one. Microsoft, Windows. Holy mac! The path to the startup directory is like weirdly long, and there you go. Okay, so it did create the file here. If we copy the path to the startup directory and put it in this other file explorer, all right, let's go to the local space. So app data, local, and then our temp directory, which should be down here. There you go. So those are the two most important directories that we're using, right? Oh, so it's downloading this in, did it download the weird looking PowerShell script that we have? Okay. So what we'll do is for testing purposes, how do we want to do this? I guess we can get like the startup. All right, let's do a new file here. Right, and then this will just be stage 2.ps1. Right, we can literally just open. So we'll open the startup directory with like code or something. How do you open with? I forgot. Open a new window. Give access to, send to. Okay, never mind. We'll just do it the boring way. Edit. With PowerShell ISE, ill. Is there any other way I can edit this file? Open with. There you go. Praise be to God. Visual Studio. That's what we need. Perfect. All right, and cool. All right, so let me get back on the screen. Sorry about that. Cool. So you guys can see what I'm doing now, hopefully. Awesome. So what we need to do is, yes, let me explain what we're doing right now, right? So we have my computer. This is our startup directory. This is our temp directory. This is our downloads directory, right? I moved the stage 2 into here just so that we can have it here. What I do need to do is go off to the GitHub and get the PowerShell file so we can try to fix it and see if we can get it working. We also need to close this PowerShell and open one as an administrator. So run as admin. Yes. All right. Good old ugly looking PowerShell. How do you make it bigger again? There you go. All right, you guys should be able to see that now, moderately. So payloads, and we need to do the install stage.ps1, perfect, and then raw data, and we're just going to copy all that and put it in here. Cool. And then what we're going to do is, dang, we got to do like all this stuff. I guess what we can do is like go onto our like only rat and then just reformat these installers real quick. So what we'll do is, where's the stage 1, that's CMD? Yeah, let's comment this out. Stage 2. We'll comment these out. And yeah, let's push this up to the GitHub. If I do that one more time, I'm disabling the Stream Deck. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Control Shift X. Alright, test 2. Cool. So if we go on our, internet browser, and then we'll try, I guess we can minimize this. Minimize this. Minimize this. Alright, yes, let's try running the SMTP installer. Alright, cool. Yeah, I keep forgetting you guys can't see this. There you go. That's it. I am not touching the keyboard anymore. Yeah, I keep messing up. Cool. So we'll let it do its thing. It should hopefully not delete any of these files. So is this PS1 file right here? Is this like the what's this called? Is that the screen capture right there? The KFB. Discovered your channel a few days ago, making me consider going into these kind of projects. Happy I'm or that's pretty cool. Yeah, if you need any help with that, we have a Discord server linked in the description, and if you ever want to contact me or anything like that, it's probably one of the best ways to do it. But yeah, glad you appreciate the content. This is tedious, but a heck of a lot of fun. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Definitely tedious. Emphasis on the tedious. And if I didn't say it was a tedious process, then it's a pretty tedious process. I wasn't looking, so I don't know if the registries are installed or not. So I don't want to like touch the computer. We'll wait another like 10 seconds, and if nothing happens, then we'll start getting to work. Alright, let's just pretend like it's it's done. Okay, so assuming that it is done, right? Let's look in this thing and... Okay, that's not right. Let's go into here. Oh yeah, so this is this actual stage 2.ps1, right? We can delete this. This is the obfuscated one. If we run that with PowerShell, what's going to happen, right? So if we do... Oh, we need to go into our startup directory, right? So we need to copy this path. So if we cd and then double quote this path, there you go. So if we // that file, I want to see it, like if it's encountering any errors. Okay, so there you go. 404 not found. What 40 are you 04ing? Alright, let's open with Visual Studio Code and see if we can get that 404 working. Did we just like mess up like one of the paths or something? What error was that? 404 not found. Cosmodium CS only rat / what? And then the path. Oh yeah, and it couldn't find that file because it couldn't download it. Oh, so maybe we just have a file name thing going on here. Yeah, webcam, not webcam. Okay, web. That essay. It's .exe. There you go. Maybe that's the right path. Cosmodium CS only rat main. webcam.exe out file this. Okay, and then we set location into, okay, so with this, right? Is this in the temp directory right now? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, so what we need to do is set our location. Before we do this, we need to set our location to the temp directory. So set location to the temp directory, right? Do we already have the environment temp directory like specifically installed or something like that? No. Cool. So set location to $environment and then temp. I'll make sure to spell it correctly this time. So it saves it to the environment temp directory. So that should get our thingy stuff. So if we run this file again, all right, now we kind of just wait, you know what I mean? Drink some more water. All right, so it does that section. Okay. It captured the image to an img.bitmap. So if we go into our temp directory, right, we can close this, minimize this, right? If we go into somewhere in here should be an image.bitmap, and you guys should see me. Hey, look at me. Cool. So we can close that. But it also should mean, right, if we go on the Windows host, we can F11 out of this, right? We should have gotten an email with our latest rendition, right? So this should be our newest bluecosmo.rat. We can save this, open this. We can CD out of here. Oh, whoops, CD, right? And then we can rm tag rf our blue.rat and then move the one in our downloads to here. So now we should have a blue.rat file right there. So in theory, if we just only rat our blue c.rat, dude, enjoy the stream, trying to call it a night, hope to catch more of these. For sure, for sure. I typically stream every Friday, but I've just been streaming more frequently. But yeah. So if we do like 0 for a remote console, it can't connect to the target. Why? Let's do config. So yeah, there you go. It has this IP address now, right? So if we quit, and we do SSH into only rat at 192.168.1.99 or .161. There you go. Yep. And then we can do our PD TCM. Is that not the password? PD TCM. Access denied. That should be the password, am I right? Permission denied. Interesting. Are we using the wrong file? Oh yeah, the password should be on our Windows computer. Let me open up my Windows computer real quick. Oh, you guys can't see that. Yeah, I'll go over here real quick. There you go. So if I open with Notepad. Okay, so we have multiple possibilities for that IP address. I guess we'll just try going down and we'll just do an SSH pass. So SSH pass tag P, and then in double quotes we'll just put the first one was PDCM, so that didn't work. We can try PMG is that what it is? PMG capital QP, that's not it. Let's try the other one, which is RYYPF. There you go. Okay, so that's what it is. RYYPF. Cool. So what we can do is quit, exit. So we can do vim on our blue c.rat. Yeah. Oh, see, look at that. So it's messing with the only rat. It's because we're not deleting the file. So if we do an I, and then we can just do cool. So we'll just delete the rest of this. Cool. So that should be right. So we can escape and save that. So when we run our only rat and do option 0, we can connect to the target. Awesome. So we can exit. Cool. So if we look at the help menu, and if we try to install the keylogger or install webcam capture, right? So that's option 8. All right, so it says it's installed, right? So if we go on to this, I'll go into an F11 for you guys so you guys can see. Right, we can close this. There should be a directory that starts with like a B, I think. Refresh. Maybe is that partition out of date? Right, if we quit and then we do sh partition sh and then do this again and do option, what is it, install webcam, which is option 8. It says it's installed, right? So if we go on our target computer, I don't see it. Yeah, right. So there's some stuff there. Maybe it's not working properly. Right, it saved the exe file. Right, yeah, so our exe file is here. So if I double click this, right, and it took the picture of me. So if we go on our image.bitmap, it's right there, a picture of me. So if we look at this file, what is this file right here? Oh my gosh, all right. So, so this is the PowerShell file. Oh, so this needs to be downloaded to this directory right here. So, oh yeah, it's only installing it to our temp directory. Oh, okay, so I see what the issue is. What we need to do is when we're downloading our executable file, we need to set our location, or we need to make a directory. Whoops. So we can do make directory of this, and then set location to this, and then we can download the executable file and the Visual Basic script, and then run it, right? So then it will set it up so that way we can take pictures, and then what it's going to do is we'll have our okay, so now what we need to do is actually go onto our Windows computer here, go onto this, and then we need to reformat our webcam.ps1. So this is already in this directory because our installer makes it for us. So we don't actually need to move any of this, right? Because we are already in this working directory. So all we need to do is run the exe file and then move that. All right, and then increment and then see for 60 seconds. Okay, so that should be good, which means we can go to our terminal, Control Shift X. All right, we can do test 3. Awesome. And if we actually, before we install this, we actually need to update our code. Yeah, so this is like the new, is this like the working version now? How do we move all this to our actual like computer? So we need to go on to stage2.ps1. I guess I could just copy what I did over, right? So what did I do? So right before that VBS, or right after, we do a set location. I can actually go to the webcam.ps1. Alright, so we can get rid of that stage 1 because we actually need stage 2. And then we can basically get... Oh, wait, we still need our main.py. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. We need to go to the working directory, and then what is this? So this installs the webcam PowerShell file. So instead of working directory, we actually need to go to the working directory that we made. Man, that's annoying. Okay, so how can I do this? I guess what we should do is just reformat the stage.2. So set location to $environment temp / BNO. Whoops. So BNO EXCXYVP. So that's the location, right? So if we set our location to there, we also need to make a directory to that location as well. So make directory to this location and then set location to that location. Okay, and then we can invoke the web request to download this, which means this path right here is in our working directory, right? So when we're downloading this file, we need to go into our working directory / this file, and then this .ps1 is what we want to download. Cool. And then we're starting environment temp / this file / the Lisp.ps1. Cool. I think that should be it when it comes to this whole process. So let's go ahead and push this up to the GitHub. We'll do test 4, right? And I guess we can just test it. I can show you guys my screen here. Cool. So we can close this, and I'll do the SMTP installer. You can do yes. You guys can see that this is installing. I'll do the full screen. You can set a little bit of a better view. And hopefully let this do its thing. Right, it'll control that. Awesome. So if we go on the Windows computer side, we should see a folder right here. And then it has this file, but it didn't. Oh, do we not have our executable file in there? it should have moved our PowerShell file there. All right. So something's not right. When we make this directory, we set location to it, and then, oh, the webcam.e, yeah, we still have it misspelled on this side. Webcam.exe, there you go. So we can get the webcam.exe and download it into that directory, and then we can execute it with that Visual Basic script, and that should be good. All right, that should be good. Cool. Is there anything else I need to do? No, that should be it. So let's push that up to the GitHub and see if that's going to work. So git update test 5. Cool. So I'll show you guys this side, right? In fact, so we can test a little bit more, I'll delete that directory, and we can do the SMTP installer. So we can do Y, right? So we're looking at the Windows computer, see if it's going to work on there. All right, and I think that should be it, right? So if we, oh, okay, now that should be it, right? So it created the registries. We see we have that BNO directory here. We double click it, the executable file still isn't in there. Why is it not in there? BNO, is it the same folder across both sides? Is that, I guess we should check. Cool. So we have it being saved output file as this. So BNOE XC XY VP. Yeah, that looks right. And then all right, so we're making this directory in the temp folder. Then we set our location to the same directory. When we invoke a web request, the payload's that webcam, right? Webcam.exe is the name of the file, webcam.exe, and then output it as this.exe. And then we get our Visual Basic script, and then invoke, oh, maybe it won't invoke that as an expression. We can just do our /this, and then invoke expression that. Cool. But we still set our location here. So this should work, but I don't think it is working. Right, if we look at the version that's in here, if we, I don't know, edit. Or open with Visual Studio Code. Cool. So if we check our code in here, right, is it doing everything properly? Webcam. Oh yeah, so this has an older version, right, of that broken code. Let's see if we delete that. Hopefully our new version, right, should be up to date with everything. You can see that our set location, right, we're getting the webcam. Awesome. So let's go ahead and try pushing this. We'll do test 6. All right, cool. So if we go back on the Firefox, so you guys can see my Windows laptop to my side. Excuse me, whoa. We'll delete all these files. And we will rerun the SMTP installer. Cool. So once we see the two little pop-up windows pop up, it should be a notifier that it's working, right? Like those just did. So if we go into here, okay, yeah, so the file is in here. Awesome. So the executable file is in here. Then we have our image.bitmap. So part 1 is done. Now we just need to finish part 2. So part 2 is, getting that, first of all, getting that remote file that was sent to us, right? So let's refresh. All right, so this is the most recent rat file. So we'll get this one that was sent to us. We can save that file. And then what we can do is quit only rat. I'll make this full screened. rm tech rf, our current blue c.rat, and we can move our new one into a directory. So if we list, we have our new redrow.rat. Awesome. So we can do only rat, or we can do a partition or sh partition, right? It's basically just we're pretending to get updated basically. And if we do our only rat on that new only rat file, we can hopefully install the webcam capture, right? So if we do option 8 to install the webcam capture, yeah, I see it on my end screen here. You'll see a lisp.ps1 right there, right? So now it's going to say, hey, restart the computer to execute it. We're obviously not going to restart the computer to execute it. But if we just run this file right here, it should, right, if we edit this, it'll say in this directory right here, it will run the lisp.ps1. Okay, so what we can do is close this, right? Let's test out that lisp.ps1 file on here. So if we do a cd this path /lisp, the term UI whatever is not recognized. UA, it's there. Oh, what happened to the screen share? Oh, it lost access to the internet. Come on. Come on. Sorry guys, I'm trying to give you guys the live view. Come on. I guess my Windows machine said it lost internet connection. Is it back online? Alright, sorry about that guys. Let me make sure you guys can see. Entire screen, allow. There you go. Alright, we're back. It's like hella grainy. Come on. Isn't rocket science. Dude, what? There you go. Alright, it's good now. Sorry about that. So what we'll do is Control C. So we need to make sure that let's code our code Lisp. All right, we can minimize this. So it doesn't recognize this. So if we just do a // and then move image.bmp, right, that should be the name of that file in there. 0 image.bmp. Yeah, okay, cool. So if we just try this file now, let's run this. Okay, it takes the picture every minute. Okay, so what we need to do is have it test, right? It needs to look for files that are already in there and update them, right? So what we can do is go to Visual Studio Code. All right, so this works, which is good. So we can close this. First of all, this needs to be a // But second of all, we need to take a look at our screenshot code. Come on. Yo, how we doing? How long we been streaming? Hour 35. I swear, every time I look at the time, it's been like a whole half hour. Alright, so what we need to do now is fix part 2. So part 1 works. We have the ability to take pictures on their system. What we need to do now is, make sure we can actually get those. So run this, but we need to copy our ability. Alright, so we can do, we'll copy this, and we'll put this in here. So while testing for the path of, this is our file path right here. So we want to copy this. So while testing for this file path, but yeah, so it'll be this number, and then yeah, so we just need to replace this with X whatever, and yeah, so that should be it. So while it's doing this, we'll run this, and then we'll test the path for our number nothing.bitmap, and if it finds it, then we can move image item to that, and then we can close this and then start sleep. So that should be it, guys. I think that should be it, right? So if we go in our terminal, we can quit, and we can actually go on to go out here. So test 7. Cool. Well, actually, that shouldn't be it, because we still need to do the code to get it off of the Windows computer, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So if we go onto our web browser, I'll go on F11 so you guys get a better view of our target computer, right? But we can literally close this. Cool. So we'll go out of here, delete that file. We'll go in here, delete all of these files, and we'll run our SMTP installer. We can do yes. All right. So once we see those two pop-up windows, we'll know it's set and done. All right, so it's set and done. So if we go in here, we can see that we have our 3 files. We have the image, right? It should just be me looking. Yep. Took a picture of my webcam. Awesome. And it has these other 2 files in there, which is great. So every time we do that, it should work. So let's go ahead and exit our F11 view. So if we go here, we'll see that we have a new email. We'll get our new configuration file, and yeah, we'll save it. If we go into our terminal, and we can basically rm-tech-rf our current configuration file and move the new one in there. So that way I can just do quickly one of these and one of these. Awesome. So now what we can do is, if we try to, first of all, if we do option 0, for example, there you go. Works like a charm. Cool. So if we do help menu, right, and choose option 8 to install the webcam capture, it installed the webcam capture. So if we go on the Firefox, and here you'll see, hey, that Lisp.ps1 file is now there. So it's awesome, right? It's working. Now I'm not going to restart the computer, but if we check the file that restarts the computer and edit, we can see that it's going to run that Lisp.ps1 file. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and double click this as if the computer did restart. And hopefully, let's edit this again. I'm going to copy this whole line right here. and I'm gonna actually just run it in PowerShell and see if that line is correct, right? We're not going to do the whole Windows style hidden thing. We're just going to run this. So what is wrong? UA whatever is not recognized as the name of a commandlet, function, or whatever. Interesting. Is it not recognizing it? Oh, do we need to set our location in that directory? Do we need to cd cool, so cd into $environment temp, cd into b, yeah, and now if we $lisp, there you go, so it works. We just need to change directories. So what we'll do is, in order to have it change directories, we'll go in here. Where do we have it partition it so that way it can run in a certain directory? I think it's in the stage2. Oh no, it's in our main.py, yeah. So what we'll have to have it do is PowerShell start process. Alright, so what we'll do is echo cd into $environment temp, and then :space, right? So if I actually search for this, right? How do we do it in this other one? cd into the user's target name, cd echo PowerShell start process environment temp. Oh, we just do it in one line, right? Oh no, but we need to access the other files. Yeah. What's up, boy? What's up, what's up, what's up? Yeah, so we just need to change directories, right? Where's our code? Yeah. So we change directories into the environment temp, and then cd into startup, and then echo cd into environment temp, PowerShell. Oh, wait, no, we need to put that after the PowerShell command. So we're going to echo PowerShell this, and then we'll start the process. So environment temp : space, start process PowerShell.exe, this whole thingy, and output that to our PS1 file. So if we were to, oh, actually we can't do the remote code thing. But that should be our ability to run it, right? All right, cool. So let's go ahead and go to our terminal. We'll do Control-Shift-X, and we will get update test 8. Right? We'll close that. So that should be the latest version. So let's go on to our Windows computer, right? And if I were to, close this, we can actually delete all of these. We can go out of the temp directory. We can delete this folder just for some testing, right? So if we run the installer, all right, let's do its thing. And once we see the 2 pop-up windows, we'll know we're done. So let it do its thing. All right, pop-up window number 1 and number 2, perfect. So, cool. So if we go in here, yeah, we have all of our files, right? And it took a picture of me through the webcam. You can see me. Yeah, so it works. It takes pictures through the webcam now. So let's see if our remote access works now, right? So we can go out here, go into our email, and refresh, and we can see we got a new email from the rat that was installing the program. We can save the file that it sent us, and we can go into our terminal. what we'll do is rmtech rf, our current rat file, and then move it out of our downloads into our current directory. So if we list, you can see we have that red row rat file right, or blue c.rat, sorry. Wait, did I delete the right file? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So what we can do now is a simple, I'll just do a quick partition, right? Partition, sh, partition sh, and we can do our only rat on our blue C user. So if we do option 8, which is to install the webcam onto their computer, it says installing webcam, webcam installed, perfect. So if we go onto the target computer, we can see that, hey, yeah, there's a list file right there. Awesome. So that means that when the computer starts up, right? And basically when the computer starts up, this file will run. So if we run that, I think it's working because it took a picture of me. Right? But it still has that, it might not be working. Oh man, what's wrong with it if it isn't working? So cd into that path right there. So if we do a /lisp post for the webcam, so captured image. Oh, I know why it's not working. Because it's still looking for a file with the name of image. Yeah, so it's going to be image. So what we can do is, instead of having it be named this random thing, we can just have it be called image.bitmap. Image.bitmap. Wait, did it? Oh, it's working? So that's the one from now. All right, let's let it load for a second then, because it might actually be working. Yeah, so you guys see we have a 0 right here. And if we open this, there's me right on the webcam. So let's let it load for a second. And if it does make, or let it, you know, iterate every minute. Yeah, so we'll have to wait 1 minute for it to do its thing. But theoretically, hypothetically, figuratively, it should take another screenshot. I mean, not screenshot. It should take another. Yeah, so it took a picture of my face just now. So let's give it a second. Oh, yeah, so it skips the first iteration, right? Because there's no file. So, is that working, though? All right, we'll wait 1 more minute. How much time we got to the next minute? I don't know. We'll let it do its thing for a little bit longer. Because we need to make sure it's working. Because what it's doing is it's taking pictures of us through our webcam every minute, right? To see if we're there. That hopefully can do its thing still. We're kind of just waiting to see if it works. Alright, so I saw the indicator. So it said it took another picture of us, but I don't see, right in here. Oh, it's saving the images in here. Oh, so it's saving the images in the wrong spot, but it's working. Okay. So it works. It's just saving The image is in the wrong spot. Okay. Let's see if we can fix this. Let's go into, because we don't want them to open up the temp directory and see all their, a bunch of pictures of them. So it's just save it to this directory / this.bitmap. So while true, it runs the exe file, and then there should be a while test path number.bitmap. Then it should add the value, and then it will move item path image.bitmap to the current. Okay, what we can do is we'll just do, like, we can do 0, or we can do image, and then move that image.bitmap to the destination beforehand, and then, yeah, okay, what we do is run it, right? So when we run it, there will be an image.bitmap, and then we can move the image.bitmap to the number 0 image.bitmap. And then while test path, we'll look for that image at 0, so it'll be 0, then we can add 1 to it. And then we can sleep for 60 seconds. That should work. Cool. So what we'll do is kind of just repeat the process, right? So we'll push all this up to the GitHub. This will be test number 9, right? And this, we can do our rm tech rf on our blue rat.r, right? So if we go onto Windows, right, our Windows computer, we can basically just Control A, delete, whoops, Control A, delete. There's also like task manager open. Whoa. Yeah, so I want to terminate PowerShell. Yes, and all the PowerShells. There also might be a hello? Are you good? So I'm just making sure to see if there's any other things that we have running in here. Start SSHD, Visual Studio Code, VMware, Windows PowerShell. We're just closing all these because these are probably related to the screen logger. So your phone.exe. All right, so that should be it. Console window.host. I don't trust that. Yeah, so service host, bunch of other stuff. Awesome. So we can close that. Cool. So let's go ahead and start the SMTP installer. Hit yes. And I'll let you guys be able to watch the SMTP process, right? It's doing the things. All right, cool. So it's done. So if we go into our email, right, we should get a new file. I'll refresh. Blue.rat. We can download this rat, save it, and if we go into our terminal, we can move that new one into here. We can do that partition and then that only rat. So if we are to use option 8 and install the webcam capture, it should say it installed it onto our target. So if I go onto Firefox, so you guys can see what I'm doing, I do F11 so it looks a little bit cleaner, right? If we go onto our BNO whatever folder, there you go. So we have, oh wow, the PS1 file. So I guess this doesn't matter, right? Delete, delete. I forgot to delete the folder beforehand, but it's fine. So image.bitmap, right? And we have our PowerShell file, right? So we have this which should run it. So let's check to see if this got edited, right? So it's saying, there you go. So PowerShell CD environment temp directory, start process, and then it's going to start that list, that PS1 file that's in here. So if we run this every minute, it will take a picture of us. So let me actually edit this, right? So 0 and then this, that path. Cool. Oh, it CDs into the environment temp directory. That's why it's not working. Oh. We need to task manager. We need to end these tasks in case if we had these things still running. Oh, like I get it now. I'm so dumb. So Windows PowerShell, yeah, this, we need to end that task. Cool. So what we need to do is have our code on this end, right? So when it goes into our main.py, we're CDing into the environment temp directory, but we need to be changing directories into this directory, right? So environment temp / this, and then we can start the process of that PS1 file. So we're in that directory now. Okay, that's why it wasn't working. So this should be it then, right? So test number 10. All right, and we can quit. We can partition. We can remove that blue Cosmo file. Then we can go on over here. What we'll do is delete that test file right there. And I'll even like delete these bitmap files. All right, yeah, so those we can delete. We can even delete this bit, and we can even delete this bit. I don't even know what that does, but we can delete that as well. Cool. And then the last thing we can do is delete all these, right? So let's go ahead and try installing it again. Cool. So let's let that install. Hopefully this works out. All right, cool. So pop-up windows came up. Dang, I finished my water. I'm gonna get some more water. But yeah, so that worked. If we go into that B directory, we see we have all the files there. Awesome. So let's see if we can remotely download that, right? So we do only rat on our blue Cosmo user. Oh wait, we need to download the new file, right? So let's go into here, over here, right? Refresh. We have that new blue Cosmo rat file. We can download this, save file. All right, now I can just do a quick little move command. The move alias I made basically just moves stuff out of my downloads folder into my current directory. So that way, if I list that blue C rat file is there, so we can do only rat on that blue C file. And there you go. So if we do option 8 to install that webcam capture and go on here, we'll see that we have that list file there now. Awesome. So let's check our file right here, right? This is the file that would be run at startup, and we can see that we have this command here. So if we double click this, it's going to take a picture of me, and there you go. It renamed it to 0 something, right? Awesome. So now it should take pictures of me every minute. While it's doing this, we'll go ahead, let it take some pictures of me while I program the next section of this, right? So this should be super easy because we already did this before. we're basically just doing the grab screenshot section, but this time instead of screenshots, we're grabbing the webcam shots. So we'll go ahead and copy this whole thing right here, and I'll go down a few, paste it again. So instead of grab screenshots, we'll do grab webcam. So this grabs webcam pictures off of target, right? So first thing we need is download those webcam images. So download webcam pics. So downloading webcam images. So we're going to go to our working directory. So instead of this file right here, what we need to do is get this file right here. So this folder right there is what we're going to need to do. So grab webcam, and we're going to go to downloads. All right, yeah, let's do a Control H, and we're going to replace all the times this pops up. So we'll do replace, and is this the right section? Grab webcam, yes it is. All right, and we'll replace. Cool, and then it's going to say this is for the grab screenshots one, so we're going to ignore. But yeah, so grab webcam, right? We're going to that working directory, and then remote download all of that. So remote download, address, password, screenshots downloaded. So in theory, grabbing that folder should get all the oh my gosh, should get all of the webcam images. So we'll say pictures downloaded. So we'll say pictures downloading webcam pictures downloaded. Cool. So we need to format the webcam pictures. And I'm looking on my left, and I can actually show you guys. You guys can see that it's been taking pictures of me since, which is cool. So prints, and then formatting screenshots, and then we can do the loop folders equal to screenshots. So we'll do webcam, and then tag username, current date. Cool. And then make directory downloads of the loop folder, and then we'll do an OS system, move all of that, and then put into that downloads loop folder, remove that previous folder, and then we'll say photos. Oh, whoops. Should we use pictures or photos? We'll use photos. I think that it's a little bit easier to identify. So taking webcam photos, and then let's just say photos downloaded. We'll go here and say photos. Cool. So now what we're doing is current date. All right, so formatting, whoops, photos, and then we can just say, instead of pic formatted, we can say photos formatted. All right, cool. So it's doing all of those things. So now it says deletes photos off of target, right? So here we'll just be saying covering tracks, and then we're removing this, and we'll just say photos downloaded, and then we'll say photos downloaded too. We also need to make the screenshots downloaded too here. So screenshots downloaded too. All right, and that should be it, right? So all we need to do is copy that section of code where we get the grab the webcam, right? Is option 9. So how do we grab the screenshots? Option 4. Yeah, we're just basically going to copy this. So paste this. So instead of grabbing screenshots, we're going to grab the webcam. So the address we're going to be using is, we can literally just delete this. So we'll be using IPv4, the password, working directory, and the target username. And that should be good. Do we actually use that target username within that function at all? Yeah, we do. All right, cool. So that should be it, right? And then we can actually, first of all, say, hey, this is not broken because this actually works now. And then grab webcam pictures. Should also work. So grab webcam pictures. We'll let that say broken for now so we can keep the testing going. So this is test number 11. Cool. So what we can do on only right here is we can quit. And then what we can do is I'll just do the sh partition so we can update the code. And then if we go ahead and try to grab the images, right? So if we do option 9, it says photos downloaded to this, right? So if we go on our Windows target, it's going to say folder is empty. Oh, whoops. Okay, we only need to download everything, all the bitmap files. We don't need to delete the entire directory. All right, what we can do as a fix is that was an accident, but you know, it's fine. Because we can actually do option 8, right? And install the webcam thing back on there, but we still need the executable files in there. That's fine. We'll worry about that later, but we can see. So let's first of all see if it worked, right? So if we go in our file explorer, go in downloads, you'll see webcam, blue C, and then the date. If we go in here, you can see all the pictures that has been taken of me throughout the stream. Look at that. That's so cool. All right, so first of all, we hacked the webcam. Awesome. This is what the other side of my room looks like if you're curious. But yeah, we hacked the webcam. So now what we need to do is, first of all, make sure that we can actually do the, we'll worry about that later. But yeah, so we have pictures of the webcam now, which is awesome. The only thing is that when we're downloading the files off, we're deleting everything. So let's see if we can fix that. So when we're grabbing webcam, covering tracks, we should say PowerShell, remove item working directory all .bmp. All right, yeah, that should be what we needed. So if we quit, so this should be the final test, not the final. Actually, no, this should be the final test. Yeah. So we know that this function works now, so we can actually go in here, go up here, and say grab webcam pictures is now working. So let's go ahead and see if we can upload this to the GitHub. So we can do test number 12. Cool. And then over here we can rm-tech rf our blue C user. And then we can go over to Firefox. Let's look at this user, right? So if we go ahead, delete all of these. What's it open in? Oh, close this. It's open in another program. All right, that's fine. Whatever. We can delete all of these. If we go in Task Manager, we can end that task. So this should now let us delete it. Perfect. Cool. So now we can just install it again, right? All right, and we can do our Alt-Y. Cool. So, oh yeah, we need to have these files re-self-delete. So I'll quickly just do that while we're waiting for it to load. I just got the pop-up notifications letting us know that they are. So the installation did finish. But we need to remove these last final lines right here. Cool. So we'll do that once we clean up the code. So if we go ahead onto our Gmail, right? We got a new email, and we can download, and we can save this file. Cool. So if we go in our terminal, we can move that into here. We can sh partition and then run our only rat on our new file. So if we do option 8 to install the webcam, right, so let's see. What was it? Over here. Yeah, so let's go over, move my mouse over here. So if we go onto this directory, we see we have our list file and all that other stuff. And in the startup directory, we have our start process, whatever, get the image, get webcam pictures. So if we close this and run this, because this is going to run at startup anyway, it's taking pictures, and look, it took that picture right there. Awesome. So now what we can do on our target side, God willing, is run option 9 and download the image off of there. So if we go on our target computer, we can see, hey, that image is no longer there. Awesome. But we can also check and see that if we go into our downloads directory, webcam, whatever, there you go. It got the image that I took a picture of me. Awesome. So yeah, we have the ability to, you know, hack the webcam, and we did it. That's awesome. That is so cool. Yeah, so obviously I just fixed the code now, so I'll do a new upload real quick. Let's actually, right, so if we go on Task Manager, sir, all right, you're taking your sweet time. I don't have places to be or anything, but you could hurry this up a little bit. Cool. So what we can go is back here and delete. Whoops. Delete. Try again. All right, cancel. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. Is like the PowerShell. Is that what it is? Yeah, let's delete and the task and all the things. Cool. Hopefully, if we try deleting that now, perfect, cool, awesome. So that should do the trick there. So if we are to, first of all, version 1.8. So if you guys want to update, you can. I guess now that we're done, I'll clean up the code and stuff. But I guess I should just push it up real quick. Let me make sure everything's good. We uncommented this, and then the SMTP installer is still like that. Perfect. So we can go out here. Version 1.8 is good. And then, so git update, and then webcam added. There you go. It's done. So if you guys want to, you know, hack webcams and or take pictures through the webcam on target computers, you can now do that. That is super cool. Let me go on my face. So, what a feature we just added. It took about 2 hours, 15 minutes. Nice. We are making progress, y'all. We are making some seriously good progress. So what's next? I'm not really sure. Actually, that's a lie. Hold up. What we have up next is, if I go on the roadmap, if you ever are curious on what's next, you guys can seriously just check this out and it'll explain everything. So we got webcam captures done, so we can mark that as completed. I'll actually move that up here, so that way it's out the way. So these are the other features we're adding: the reconnaissance scan, escalation, defender destroy, or kill switch, and any other advanced features. So for the most part, we have about 4 streams left. 4 streams left of this project, and then I guess the advanced features we can do. So 4 to 5 streams left. So I mean, technically, if I stream every day, it'll be done by next week, and you guys can do all the things. But yeah, we also need to do the other ways of installing it, and I would do those as well. So I would say about 7 streams in total left. So we're getting close, and if I just stream every day, we'll be done in a week. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you guys later. So make sure to leave a like on the video, share this type of content. If you enjoy this type of content, let me know. But yeah, I will see you guys later because I'm freaking tired, and we've been programming for a while. So stay happy, stay positive, and as always, happy hacking.